Hey everyone. Hey everyone, CozyAzeroth here. I had a little time to kill, so I thought I would spend some time with this fairly simple old Atari 2600 game called Barnstorming. Oop. See, this is what happens if you go too fast. You gotta go through the barns, avoid the windmills, avoid the birds. Oop, see, that's what happens when you go too fast. It's been I had this game, but it's been a long time since I played it. And I'm not on a joystick, I'm on the computer control, and I'm on an emulator. Oop, see, yep. Okay, well that was no good. Let's try that again. Ooh. I don't know, I don't really remember what causes this game to end. Like, you just run out of time? Oh yeah, you just try to get the best time you can get, I guess. Okay, that was game 1. Let's do game 2. Let's see what that entails. 15. Oh, we have to count down now? Okay. I don't know how much time it gives us, like 1 minute maybe? I love some of these really simple early Atari games. The bar was so low in terms of what counted as fun. These little simple games can be addicting though. Kind of like, you know, similar to Flappy Bird in some ways. Can I get it? 3, 2... I'm gonna run out of time here. It's just 1 minute, I'll bet. Nope. Or we just try to see the best time we can get. This is just see how much time you get. Okay, that was game 2. It's game 3. I'm not very good at this. How embarrassing. I did used to play this when I was a kid. Little kid. It's frustrating because there's nothing you can do. You just don't know what's coming. It's timed where you can't get a sneak peek of what's coming up ahead at all. And I haven't checked to see if there's any pattern to these. I mean, there might be. I'd like to think they're random, but pseudo-random probably. Okay, that was game 3. What about game 4 here? Let's get the cursor out of the way. There we go. The key is you gotta kind of float near the middle here so you can get up if you need to and down if you need to. It's a nice little diversion from all the World of Warcraft we did last night. We're going to be back with some more World of Warcraft tonight, though, I think. Just killing a little time. I was going to go out and do some Uber driving today, and I tried, but it was like the world's slowest Uber driving day, so it was barely worth my time. I figured I'd just come on home and enjoy the evening. Get back out there tomorrow. Okay. Let's try it again here. Barnstorming. You know, when my grandfather was a B-24 pilot in World War II, and when he left to go to the war, he wanted to fly under the Golden Gate Bridge on his way out of the country, and his navigator talked him out of it. Would have been cool. I don't think I'm using accelerating and decelerating very efficiently here. Speed demon, I guess. Oop. Oh, we didn't expect another one of those 5 in a row. About the same time as last time, wasn't it? Pretty close. How's everyone doing this evening? So as you can see, this is not the most interesting of Atari games. It's very, very repetitive, but you know, when you're a little kid, this was a fun game back in the day. You know what's missing is like a leaderboard or something, you know, just something to keep track of high scores. You know, I love the use of rectangular-shaped pixels in the backgrounds of these even really simple Atari games. These hills in the background. It's a pretty little game, even though it's very simple. I love the birds fly out of the way. Like, you hit the birds, and I'm like, aye! Nice touch. Yep, there's 5 in a row. See, it's the same course. That's the thing. It doesn't seem to be randomized, so we're getting about 1 minute and 25 seconds in every round. I think Game 4 is probably the most fun, but it's maybe you're just randomizing the courses and the times. I'm not sure. It's hard to really tell what the difference between the game versions is. Like, let's try Game 1 again and see if we can get our handle on what. I guess I could read the description, but that's no fun. Let's just do it. So we just count down to 10 here. There's nothing that's really different about the game. Boom, there we go. Let's try that again. Oh, same mistake as last time. I'm untrainable. Okay, let's do game 2. Yeah, so I just had a little time to kill this evening before the main event of the night. Susan is going out to dinner with her daughter, and so we're just I'm just biding my time a little bit. She'll be home in a while. Some dumplings for me for dinner, which sounds delicious. Have a little dinner and then do some World of Warcraft. But I like doing these retro streams, you know, it's there aren't a lot of people playing these old Atari 2600 games on Twitch, it seems like, and on YouTube you can find a little bit of information about some of these games, but I kind of wanted to just document all the games that I used to like playing when I was a kid, even these simple little games. Okay, let's do game 3. Saw that coming, hit it with my wheel. You know, it's funny, I bet you I played this exactly the way I did when I was a kid. No improvement whatsoever. Set them on a keyboard now instead of the Atari joysticks. Just using the Java Atari, I think it's Java Atari online, free online Atari emulator. Works pretty well though. Just can't pull up fast enough. You gotta slow down. That was so terrible. I think I'll try that again. Alright, so don't go too fast. Yep, see, that's the trouble right there. I gotta remember to pull up right after that one. So I guess, you know, in theory, you're supposed to kind of memorize the course, which makes it, on the one hand, more fun because you can memorize the course, on the one hand, more repetitive. So, depending on your view on such things. I like the little weather vane on top of the top of the barn. It's cute. I still like these highly pixelated games. Okay, let's move up to game 4 again. Like the little sound effect as you fly over the windmills too. Whoosh. These birds are just designed to get in get in the way. You know, people didn't grow up in this era, have no idea how awesome a simple game like this was back in the day. You can sit here for hours playing this. Seems incredible, I know, but it's true. We did. There's that 5th one. Two. 3. Oh, knew I was going to do that. Could feel it. I think we improved a little bit on the score that time. And I haven't been writing these down. I should probably keep track of these at some point. But who cares? Just a little time waster game right now. A little time to kill. Okay. Let's go. It's frustrating when you see the accident coming. You can't do anything about it. Like, here's the train wreck. Surprised they didn't do like a variation on this game, like a crop dusting variation. Could have made a whole series of these. It was not easy to program an Atari 2600 game, though. I read a great book called, I think it's called Racing the Beam, and it was all about how the Atari 2600 had to be programmed, and it was not an easy task. So kudos to anyone who made a working game on this system. Drat. Just as frustrating as when I was a kid. Just can't quite pull up fast enough if I'm going too fast. Alright, not as good as last time, but a little better than when we first tried it. Let's see if there's any options here. Well, we don't want to do black and white. Actually, why not, you know? Used to put it in black and white mode sometimes because we had a black and white TV at my grandma and grandpa's house, my maternal grandparents. And yeah, so once in a while we used to put it in black and white mode and have to play in a little, it's like a little 9-inch or 10-inch black and white TV from back in the day. Let's do it. Black and white Barnstorming. If you notice, it gets rid of some of the color gradations in the hills. I don't know why I'm playing it in black and white mode, just because. Something different. Oop. I wonder if my sister remembers this game. She played some Atari games. Her favorite game is Pigs in Space. And I have acquired a Pigs in Space cartridge and a real Atari 2600. I just ordered a CRT TV so we can hook up the actual Atari and play on original hardware, and I gotta figure out how to stream it. There are video capture cards, but a lot of them don't have coaxial, F connector inputs. They just have composite inputs. So I gotta find a way to hook up the output of the Atari to a capture card. Yeah, we didn't do too bad that time. Minimal distractions in black and white mode. I haven't noticed if there's any pattern to the birds. If anyone has any insights on playing this game, either here on Twitch live when I'm playing it right now, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, throw it in the comments and give Give me some tips. I did not look up any tips and tricks on barnstorming. But it's hard not to think of my grandfather when I even play a video game like this, because like I said, he was a B-24 pilot in World War II, but he actually trained on a Stearman, which is, you know, a little biplane similar to the one in this game. Okay, well that was black and white mode. Let's go back to color. Boom. So there's only 4 games, right? Yeah. So this is I should look it up, because this is a really early. I got it pulled up right here. When did this come out? So 1982. It's not a super early Atari game. Just one for kids, I guess. Let's look at some of the info about it. Like here's a picture of the cart. Conceived and designed by Steve Cartwright for use with Atari Video Computer System, the VCS. Okay, Game 1, Head Chopper. Game 2, Crop Duster. Game 3, Stunt Pilot. Game 4, Flying Ace. Okay. Conceived and designed by Steve Cartwright for one daredevil flying ace at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting one of the most hair-raising, heart-stopping, and breathtaking video games ever to fly across a TV screen. Barnstorming by Activision. You'll be amazed as your small but sturdy biplane, flying inches off the ground, actually zooms through barns, soars over windmills, and dodges flocks of pesky geese. And you're at the controls. Don't be afraid, climb into the cockpit and take off with Barnstorming by Activision. Happy landings. All Activision video game cartridges are covered by Activision's limited 1-year warranty. See details enclosed. Use the joystick controller. Okay. We just have a few more screenshots here of the cartridges, a couple variations, it looks like color variations. Let's look at the manual. Okay. Activision Barnstorming instructions. Pull on your goggles and check out your controls. You're about to embark on a daredevil flight through the wild blue yonder. But before you take off, take a minute to read over these instructions. You'll be glad you did. Okay, Barnstorming basics. Hook up your video game system, follow manufacturer's instructions. With power off, plug in the game cartridge, turn the power on. If no picture appears, check the connection of your game system to the TV, then repeat steps 1 through 3. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Select game with game select. Oh yeah, if there's a difficulty switch on there. I wonder if there's a way to change that on the emulator. I didn't look. The object of the game is to fly through a set number of barns in the shortest possible time. Elapsed time indicated at top of screen. Scoring. Each time you make it through a barn, your barn count number, upper left corner of screen, will decrease by 1. If you miss a barn, your barn count will remain the same and you'll have to fly further to reach an additional barn. When your barn count reaches 0, the game is ended. To take off, simply press the red button on your joystick and push the joystick up to climb. Using the joystick. Once airborne, the red button acts as your throttle. Press it for greater speed, release it to slow down. To increase your altitude, push the joystick up, and to descend, pull the joystick down. Difficulty switches. The left difficulty switch in the A position will lower the clearance heights of the barns. Oh, okay. We didn't try that yet. We'll have to check that out in a minute, if I can figure out how to do that on the emulator. The B position is normal. The right difficulty switch in the A position will add more geese. The B position is normal. Okay. Getting the feel of Barnstorming by Activision. Just as in flying a real biplane, you'll need to get the, quote, feel of the controls. The better you get at adjusting your throttle and handling your joystick, the better your chances to become a, quote, flying ace. You needn't worry about stalling out in midair. Your throttle is set to maintain a minimum speed even when you release the red button. The game is mastered by looking ahead and adjusting the controls to make the best speed. Fly through every barn and over every windmill and avoid those pesky geese. Whenever you push the throttle, watch out for the geese. The best time is achieved by covering the course with the fewest possible corrections to your altitude, so precious seconds can be shaved by flying just above the windmills and just below the openings of the barns. Okay, and we have a little screenshot here. Barn count, timer, biplane, windmill. Again, these games are so abstract. I guess this needed explanation for people, but you know, it seems a little intuitively obvious. But I miss game manuals though. If you should misjudge and fly over a barn, your barn count will remain unchanged and the course will be extended until you can make up the missed barns and fly through the required number. Avoiding crashes with barn roofs, barn interiors, weather vanes, windmills, and geese will really save time. Better to slow down a little and avoid a crash than to lose time picking up speed from a dead stop. Join the Activision Flying Aces. If you beat a game of 33.3 seconds on Game 1, 51.0 seconds on Game 2, or 54.0 seconds on Game 3, you can join our Activision Flying Aces. Just send us a picture of your television screen along with your name and address, and we will enroll you in this prestigious organization. I wonder what happened to anyone who did that. You get on a list somewhere? Get published somewhere? Okay, how to become an ace at Barnstorming by Activision. Tips from Steve Cartwright, excuse me, designer of Barnstorming. Steve is the newest member of the Activision design team. He was discovered by David Crane. There are 2 stages involved in mastering this game. After playing the game a few times, you'll begin to learn the course. By knowing what is coming up ahead, you can keep your biplane at full speed. But being able to fly through the barns and over the windmills is only the beginning. The real secret is in carefully navigating through the flocks of geese. With practice, it is possible to fly the course at full speed with no collisions. It has really been a great challenge designing my first game for Activision, and I'd particularly like to thank David Crane for his help in getting me off the ground. Quote, getting me off the ground. Steve Cartwright. P.S. Drop me a line. I'd love to hear about your daredevil exploits. Look for more Activision video games wherever you buy video game cartridges. Drop us a note and we'll gladly add your name to our mailing list and keep you posted on new Activision game cartridges as they become available. Santa Clara. Okay, we have warranty. We don't need to worry about that. Boring, boring, boring. Oh, okay, we got a little game here. Dear Activision, or a letter here. Dear Activision Barnstormer, congratulations. You flew through the barns in a record time. Okay, so this is what you got if you actually, beat became a flying ace by beating the suggested times. You flew through the barns in a record time. We've recorded your achievement and enrolled you in our Activision Flying Aces. Your official membership emblem is enclosed. Your name has been added to our mailing list, and we shall keep you informed on new Activision game cartridges as they become available. You will also be receiving the quarterly Activision newsletter so that you can read about the experiences of our other video game fans around the country. Thank you for sharing your accomplishments with us. We know you will enjoy our other video game cartridges and wish you success in trying for membership in our many clubs. Please write to us about your experiences. Okay, well that was fun. Let's see if we can figure out how to change the difficulty level here. Oh, is there a commercial here actually? I'll check that out in a minute. Let's play it again. Okay. Oh, difficulty switches. Yeah, right here. Okay, let's Alright, so we have now increased the difficulty level. Let's start on game 1. So we get less clearance, I think, in the barns. Oh yeah, you gotta go all the way in, look. Way less forgiving. Oh yeah, I noticed the difference right off the bat. You gotta go all the way in the barns. You can't fly through the roof. Oh yeah, it's a much more punishing game when you turn the difficulty up. Yep, hit the roof. Drat. I get too excited. I want to go fast. Okay. Well, let's try game 2 with the increased difficulty. Man, you gotta really wait till you get out of the barn too. Inches above the ground, according to the manual. So according to the creator of the game, it is possible to fly at full speed and avoid all the obstacles, including the geese. I'm not sure I believe it though. propaganda. I do think Activision made some of the best Atari games, though. Even these simple games are addicting and fun. Alright, let's try game 3 with increased difficulty. Oh, saw that coming. Train wreck, train wreck. If you're just tuning in, I was talking about my grandfather a little bit ago, who was a B-24 pilot during World War II, and in addition to the fact that he trained on a biplane and wanted to fly under the Golden Gate Bridge when he left the country to go to World War II in the South Pacific, he also ended up crash landing his plane. He was on a training mission, training a new pilot, and they ran out of gas and crash landed their B-24, and everyone walked away from it. The co-pilot wanted to bail everyone out, but he said, no, I think I can land it. And he did. He crash landed his B-24 dead stick, and everyone walked away. True story. The name of that plane was the Cruisin' Susan. Okay, let's do game 4. I'll increase difficulty. Oops, excuse me. Forgot to hit the right button there. There we go. Oop. Yeah, I have no Atari street cred. Look at me. Oh, man, it's much harder than with the difficulty turned down. Much more difficult. This one, there are 5 in a row. 3, 4, no. Oh man, terrible, terrible. Terrible in every way. Two, 1. There we go. Whew. Minute and 30. Not too bad, even with the difficulty turned up. That was about as good as our initial showing with the difficulty turned down. Well, everyone, that was Barnstorming for the Atari 2600. I think we had a video down here. Was this one of the original commercials? Let's check it out, shall we? It's funny, the emulator doesn't do the colors justice, does it? I remember this being a little more vivid than the colors in the emulator are giving it. Okay, that was fun. What else do we have here? Is this another Barnstorming commercial? Let's see what this is.
Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear when pilots flew biplanes by the seat of their pants, as you will learn to do in Activision's Barnstorming cartridge. The first step towards earning your wings is to map out each course.
Okay. Spacey. I love the rainbow trail being left by the biplane.
In game variation number 1, you must fly through a total of 10 barns in the least time possible. You control the altitude of your plane as well as acceleration via the fire button. Unfortunately, you can't keep the accelerator floored through the whole course. You're going to have to slow down to maneuver your way through flocks of geese. Hit one and it will slow you down. If you forget what obstacle is coming up, fly at a medium altitude that will let you go upward down in time to clear a windmill or duck under a barn roof. If you know you are approaching a pair of barns,
even
the accelerator floor
you know,
should
this
pass through both
tutorial
of them.
video can't avoid hitting the birds.
The geese fly in a set pattern you can learn to recognize, unless you hit one of them. As you can see here, there are ways to thread your plane through the flock. The pattern of barns and windmills is easier to memorize and ensures a faster run once you know it. To get you airborne and give you a head start, here's the pattern of barns and windmills for game variation number 1.
Okay. Barn, 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 towards the end there.
Here's the pattern for game variation number 2.
I don't know where this video would have been shown. I don't remember ever seeing this when I was a kid, so.
And here's the pattern for game variation number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Happy flying.
It'll give you the pattern for variation 4. Keep some things a mystery. Okay. This is an interview with Steve Cartwright. That sounds interesting. I'm not going to check it out right now, but alrighty. Well, that was Barnstorming for the Atari 2600. Thanks for let's put it back on the screen here to end the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Again, this was just a really short stream. I had a little time to kill, and figured I'd just squeeze in some Atari 2600 time. Susan and I are going to be back this evening, maybe with our friend Julia, to do some World of Warcraft, so come back later. If you're catching this on YouTube, go to my Twitch channel and check us out there live. CozyAzeroth is the name of the Twitch channel, and you can find me on YouTube under CozyAzeroth, or my regular name, Zachary Fruling. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch everyone shortly in World of Warcraft.